Today, we will be talking about Tecno Star. It is a central vacuum cleaner with domestic motors, but unlike the others it has two, so it can work with two operators at the same time. Let's take a look at its features. It has a large body, a very capacious dust collection bucket, with a capacity of 62 liters, a filter with a large filtering surface, which consequently means low maintenance, and finally, inside it we find the heart, which are two highly efficient single-phase electric motors with true flow brushes that make it capable of covering surfaces up to about 450 square meters. But in reality it can also cover larger areas. Looking at the functional features, we can see the bucket release handle in soft touch material. Like all cyclonic filtration units, it has a conveyor cone, which is essential to prevent dust and dirt accumulated in the bucket from flowing back and settling on the filter. There is already a dust collection bag and bag tightener, which is very important to prevent dirt, which may also be wet, from coming into direct contact with the metal material in the bucket. Everything is then collected hygienically inside the bag. Among the features of Tecno Star, we can see the pipe connection that is reversible. As you can see here is the standard assembly that is done by the company, but both out and in can also be installed on the other side, even in a disjointed manner, so we can have the out on the right and in on the left and vice versa. This is the setup for installing the auto cleaner bracket, and this is the pneumatic connection for the air jet. But let's understand together what auto cleaner is. It is a compressed air self-cleaning system where a compressor that is mounted inside the auto cleaner, which is then mounted on the back of the central vacuum, emits programmed jets of compressed air that pass through the filter in the opposite direction to the suction, causing the dirt that has settled on the walls of the filter to fall out, so it can be said to be an automatic cleaning system. This is the connector dedicated to the electrical control connection of the auto cleaner power supply. The connection of the auxiliary signal. Let's understand together what it is. The central vacuum cleaner is able, by closing the contact and activating the signal to warn the user who is hypothetically in another room that an alarm has appeared on the display. Last but not least, this is the connection of the micro switch line for the inlet valves. As you can see, there are two pairs of cables. This is because one micro switch line goes to control one motor, the other goes to control the second motor. This central vacuum cleaner system can be divided into two subsections, each of which will activate a single motor, or in the case of particularly demanding sections or systems where a large suction force is required, these two terminals can simply be connected so that both motors can be controlled with a single micro line. Tecno Star, like all Sistem Air's top-range central units, has the possibility of notifying the user of maintenance work to be carried out on the unit. Let us now see what the functions of Tecno Star are by navigating through its onboard computer. Once switched on, the Tecno Star display looks like this: summary data on suction, which is clearly not on at the moment, and operating vacuum, the latter of which always lets you know objectively whether the machine is sucking a little or a lot, avoiding what could be subjective perceptions. Press Enter to access the two main menus, which are Menu and Setup. The menu allows you to use these functions to properly interrogate the machine. We can see settings on the timer, the presence or absence of the auto cleaner, and consequently the setting of the auto cleaner, as well as the possibility of blocking suction when any warning appears. This allows you to force the intervention of a person who will go and see what has happened and what the display says, and consequently resolve the anomaly. Status of the central vacuum cleaner, so we can see the efficiency of the filter in given percentages, the filling level of the dust bucket also in given percentages, and the hours at which the two service alarms are set, which are the most important ones to avoid damage of a certain type to the central vacuum cleaner. Then we have the verification of the filtering surface of the exhaust line if clear, and the wear of the motor, which is service 2, which is also the one to keep a closer eye on when there could be a drop in suction. In the Setup menu, we find the settings that concern the operation of the machine, such as the possibility or not of activating the turbo function. In this case I activated it by pressing the Enter button. Turbo function means two motors that both go at the same time on either of the two micro lines. This is needed when I need extra suction, a particularly powerful suction. Here we see the presence or absence of the auto cleaner, the self-cleaning system. Here it allows me to load the parameters that will control the self-cleaning device. Here we have the parameters of the central vacuum and then the intervention of the various alarms useful for customizing the machine to specific systems. We have seen Tecno Star together. See you soon. Have a good day everyone.